Hello students, welcome to a lesson through the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher, and in this lockdown period, since we are not able to go to school, children, we will be doing many lessons here online through the virtual class. So come on, let's proceed to our lesson for today.
So what is the lesson that we are going to do today? It's a beautiful story and it will teach you something. Okay, this story, it is going to teach you something which you should apply in your life. That means this is a story with a moral. Alright, so let us see what the name of the story is. The name of the story is It's Only a Matter of Practice. Practice means what? Doing something again and again till you become an expert at it. Alright, now when you were in the younger classes, when you were in the first standard, you did not know how to write ABCD, but then you went on practicing and practicing, and today all of you can write ABCD beautifully. You can even write small words and sentences, isn't it? So in this story, we will talk about how practice makes you perfect. Okay, and there is one more moral to the story, even that we will talk about, but let us first see what the story is about. Okay, so listen to what I am saying, try to catch the words which I am using. We are also going to see the meaning of some words. All right, at the same time, enjoy the story also. So the name of the story is It's Only a Matter of Practice. Now this is a story based in ancient China. Now when you see this picture, it will give you an image of the country which it belongs to. Now just like when you say Taj Mahal, you think about India. When you say China, you think about the Great Wall of China. So this is a picture of the Great Wall of China. And this is a story which has happened in ancient China. Alright, so let's see what the story is about. So the story is about this young person called Chen Yaozi. Okay, he was an archer. Now there was this person called Chen Yaozi who used to shoot the bow and arrow, and he was very good at it. So in this picture you can see how Chen Yaozi is using his bow and he's shooting the arrow, and the arrow is gone and hit the bullseye. Alright, now what is the bullseye? The center. See the arrow here on the screen for you? The white arrow moving, the center of this target is called as the bullseye of the target. Okay, so Chen Yaozi is one of the characters in our story, one of the people in our story. Now what happens with Chen Yaozi? I told you he's an archer. So who's an archer? An archer is a person who shoots with bows and arrows, especially at a target, as a sport. Now archery is a sport which is followed even now all over the world. Okay, India has got very good archers, and we have won medals also at the international games also. At international level games, archers from India, they have won various medals for our country. So an archer is a person who shoots with a bow and arrows, and he shoots at a target. So see here in the picture, you can see the targets here. Okay, so who is the archer in our story now? The archer is Chen Yaozi. Okay, so now let's see what Chen Yaozi used to do. He used to precisely hit the target. Precisely means exactly. See how he has hit the target? He is supposed to hit the arrow on the yellow part of the target, and exactly he has hidden the yellow part of the target. Okay, so as we see the story, we will also see some difficult words or new words in the story. So now Chen Yaozi, we know he was an archer and he used to do archery and he used to hit the target exactly. Then what happens in the story? He loved to show off his skills to people. So now he was a person who was very, very proud. Okay, so he knew something and he used to love to show it off. Show it off means do it in front of people so that people would see him and appreciate him. So he was a very big show off. Okay, there is nothing wrong in doing something that you know, but doing something just so that people will look at you and people will notice you is not a very good habit. Okay, so it is said that showing off is not a very good habit, but our friend had the habit of showing off his skill of archery. Okay, so what happened? He used to gather people around him. See, like this, he used to gather people around him and he used to shoot his bow and arrow, and people used to look at him and people used to clap, and that used to make him very, very happy. But then what happened one day? An old man carrying gourds of oil that were hanging from a long cane on his shoulder stood. One day when he was doing this showing off thing to people, in the middle of all the people who were there was this old man. So if you can see here, you can see this old man standing here, and see, you can also see the cane on his shoulder, isn't it? So this old man, he had a cane on his shoulder, and from that cane there were two gourds which were hanging. Gourds. So gourds are what? They are a kind of vegetable. Okay, in India we eat these vegetables a lot. We say dudhi, okay, and then we eat pumpkin, that is, we call it kaddu, all right, and then we eat the bitter gourd, that is karela. Then we eat the ridged gourd, that is turai. So these are all kinds of vegetables which, when you remove the seed, you get a hollow space inside it. Okay, so see, these are the different kind of gourds. Gourds. So there are different kinds of gourds. You have bottle gourds, which is this dudhi or the lauki that we call. Okay, the pumpkin is a kind of a gourd. Pumpkin is what? Kaddu, that red color vegetable, orange color vegetable. So these are all different types of gourds. They are nothing but they are vegetables. Okay, but in China, what they do is they dry these gourds and then they fill them with something. They use it as containers. Okay, just like we keep oil in bottles, we keep salt in dabbas. In the same way, these people, instead of using glass and instead of using plastic or wood, they make use of these gourds. So they dry these gourds and then they put them in the sun, they dry it properly, they remove all the seeds from inside, and then they use it as containers. So our old person in the story, he was using these kind of gourds to carry oil. Alright, so you can see these two gourds hanging from his shoulder. So he used this to carry oil, and there were these two gourds on his shoulder when he was looking at our friend doing a lot of tricks in archery. But what did he do? Did he do anything? No, he was very quiet. Okay, he just stood quietly and he watched him. And he neither clapped nor did he utter words of praise. Okay, he just looked and he stood and he looked at him. All right, he did not say anything. He did not clap like the others were clapping, and he did not say wah wah, shabash also like the others were saying. Now what happened here? The archer, he felt very insulted. Okay, he felt, array, all these people are praising me and they are clapping, and this old man, he's not clapping. And what is he saying? He's just saying, just a matter of practice. Just a matter of practice. He's keeping on repeating the sentence. Just a matter of practice. He's not even supporting me. He's not praising me. So our young archer, he got very angry. He was very upset. Okay. And what did he do? Chen Yaozi, he challenged the old man. What did he tell the old man? Oh, so you're so smart. So you think you know more than me? I am shooting this arrow so well, and you are not even praising me. You are just saying that practice makes you perfect. It is a matter of practice, you're saying. So he said, I'm very angry with you, and now I'm challenging you. So the old man accepted Chen Yaozi's challenge. And what did the old man do? He set down the empty gourds on the ground. Okay, the cane which he had on his shoulder, he picked it up and he put it on the ground. And then what did he do? He did a very wonderful thing. Okay, he placed a coin with a hole on the mouth of the gourd. What did he do? See, there's this coin. Okay, it's an ancient Chinese coin. And these coins, they had these small holes in the middle. Alright, the gourd already has a very small opening. Can you see here? This is the opening of the gourd. Very small one. On top of that, what did the old man do? He placed this coin on the small opening. So now the opening becomes smaller. Now the hole in the coin is very tiny. Isn't it? He placed the coin on the mouth of the gourd. And then he did a wonderful thing. What did he do? The old man stood up. He took some oil in his ladle and he began pouring the oil into the gourd from a height. Can you see? Sometimes when you try to pour tea into the glass, it falls out. Isn't it? But this old man, he stood up and he took some oil in his ladle. Ladle means the spoon. And he began pouring the oil from top into the gourd. And remember, the opening of the gourd is also very tiny because he has already kept a coin over there. Oh my God, this was such a wonderful thing, isn't it? And what was even more wonderful was that the oil went straight into the gourd, okay, through the hole in the coin. And there was not a drop of oil which could be seen on the gourd. So the oil went straight into the gourd through the hole in the coin. When the old man had finished filling up the gourd, he lifted up the coin. Not a trace of oil could be seen on the coin also. So the oil went straight through the hole. So see how much of practice he must have done. Chen Yaozi was aiming an arrow at a target. Alright, this man was also doing the same thing. But Chen Yaozi was very proud, and this old man was not at all proud because he knew that it is only because of practice. And see, he started showing it to everyone around. And people who were watching the old man, they were left speechless. Speechless means they could not say anything. They were very shocked and they were very surprised. Okay, so the people who were watching the old man, they were left speechless. And what happened to our friend? The hero of the story, Chen Yaozi, he never showed off or boasted about his skills as an archer. So he learned a lesson. Chen Yaozi, he learned a lesson that there is nothing great in what I am doing. I have just practiced again and again, so I am able to do this. So what lesson do you learn from this? You learn two lessons from this. One is that practice makes you perfect. Now this is a proverb in English. Okay? Practice makes a man perfect. You can see these girls, they are trying to do cycling. See the first picture, she is about to fall. The second picture, she has already fallen. Okay, she will hit the ground now. But in the third picture, you can see she is very happy. She is very confident that she is able to ride the cycle. So if you want to become perfect in riding the cycle, what should you do? You should keep on practicing. So practice will make you perfect. It is not only about cycling. Even if you want to learn to sing, if you want to learn to play music, you should keep on practicing till you become perfect. Okay? And a simple thing like cooking. See? Your mummy makes goal rotis, isn't it? Round rotis. If you try to make these kind of rotis, the shape will be very bad. But does it mean that you will never be able to make round rotis? You will be able to do it if you keep on practicing. So practice makes a man perfect, or practice makes you perfect, is the first moral of the story. There is one more moral in the story, and that is pride always has a fall. So if you are a very proud person, someday or the other you will suffer because of that pride. So you can see the picture here, see the frog. The frog is so proud of himself that he is not looking where he is going, isn't it? And he is stepping into the mouth of the crocodile. So pride always has a fall. He will lose his life, isn't it? If he falls into the crocodile's mouth, the crocodile will eat him up. So pride always has a fall. So what should you do? You should always be humble. Alright? So today, children, we saw the story about how practice makes you perfect. We also saw the meanings in the story, and we saw a few learnings that you get from the story.
So children, after learning the story and after learning all the moral that we have in the story, let us now take a quick look at some of the exercises which they have given us in our textbooks. So come on, pick up your textbook and try to answer the following questions. So there are a few questions there. Now let us try to do some of them together, and the remaining you can try to do it on your own as homework or assignment. Now when we are talking about assignments, let me tell you one more thing. After you watch this video, children, I have a few tasks for you. You have to go to the description box, and then there are minor things which you will have to do. Now what those tasks are, I will tell you at the end of the video. Okay, so now come on, let's see the question and answers related to this particular story that we learnt now. It's only a matter of practice. So now the first question here goes like, who was Chen Yaozi? So now we saw the story and we all know who was Chen Yaozi. So who was he? Yes, Chen Yaozi was a very skilled archer, and he could perform wonderful feats of archery. And where was he from? He was from far away China. Alright, so this is the answer to this question. Now let us always remember that when we see a question, children, and we are expected to answer it, you should always pause the video and try to find out the answers yourself from the textbook. Okay? So this is the answer to the first question. Let us take a look at question number B. What did he like? He means who? Chen Yaozi. So now what did Chen Yaozi like? Now we read and we heard in the story that he was very skilled and he could hit the target precisely at the center, even if it was placed at a very long distance. Okay, so what did he like? He was a very proud person. So what did he like? Yes, he liked to show off his skill to the admiring crowds that gathered around him. So he had this habit where he would practice in front of many people, and he would do it purposely, okay, so that these people would look at him and they would admire him, and then he would feel very, very proud. Okay, so what did he like to do? What did Chen Yaozi like to do? He liked to show off his skill to the admiring crowds that gathered around him. Now, one day, what happened? We all know that there was an old man standing in the crowd, and the man was carrying gourds of oil that were hanging from a long cane on his shoulder. And all the other people, they were busy clapping, and they were busy praising Chen Yaozi. But what was the old man doing? He was standing very quietly. He did not clap, nor did he utter a single word of praise. Then what did he say? What did the old man say? The old man said, "It's just a matter of practice." So he said this is not a very big gift that he has got. Chen Yaozi is not a very blessed person. Yes, Chen Yaozi is skilled. And why is he skilled? He's skilled because he has done a lot of practice. So he said it is not a very great thing hitting the target. It is just a matter of practice. Okay, so these 3 questions I have done for you here, children. Now there are 2 more questions for which you have to find out the answers yourself. Let's take a look at the questions here. So question D is, what could the old man do? Describe it in one sentence. So the old man also had some kind of a talent or a gift, or you can say he was also skilled in something. Now what could he do? Okay, think about it, read the story again and describe it in one sentence. And the last question is, what did Chen Yaozi tell the old man at the end? So at the end, Chen Yaozi was also speechless, and the old man, the way he performed the task that he did, the entire crowd was also speechless. So what did Chen Yaozi finally do? And how did he change as a person because of this old man? Okay, children, so these were the questions which are there in your textbook. Now there is one more assignment. Let us take a look at that. So you have to use certain words, or you can say certain phrases, in sentences of your own. So let us take a look at a few of them, and the remaining you will do it on your own. Okay, so come on, let's see the first one. It is show off. What is the meaning of show off? Showing off means praising yourself unnecessarily. Okay, trying to show to the others that I am very good and you people are not so good. So showing off is not a good habit. So let us see what sentence we can make with to show off. To always show off is a bad habit. Once in a while, we are human beings. So once in a while, yes, all of us show off, isn't it? But always showing off is a bad habit. Now see what this cartoon is saying. It is saying, I am the best, I am the best. So the cartoon is showing off. So it is not a good thing. The second sentence is annoyed. Now what is the meaning of annoyed? Annoyed means to get a little angry. So do people get angry with you? Who are the people who get angry with you sometimes? It is our friends, it is our parents, and yes, sometimes our teachers also get angry. So let's see the sentence here. Our teacher was annoyed when we made noise. So when we made a lot of noise, what happened? Our teacher was a little annoyed. She got a little angry. Okay? Let us see one more sentence here now, children. So the sentence here is, the word is doubt. Now doubt means to have a little bit of less faith. Okay, when you doubt someone means you wonder whether this person will be able to do this or not. Whether this person has done this or not. So when you doubt someone. But the sentence which I will use or which I will tell you is a positive sentence based on the word doubt. So see, my parents had no doubt that I would do well in my exams. So this is a positive sentence, no? So my parents had full confidence on me that I would do well in my exams. Now there are 3 more phrases or words. The first one is, if you allow. So come on, think of what sentence can you make with this phrase, if you allow. Also we have the next word, not a trace. So what is the meaning of not a trace? Think about it.
pick up the dictionary and try to find out the meaning of the word trace. Then you will understand what is the meaning of not a trace. And the last one is boasted. Now boasted is a little similar in meaning to show off. So they are almost like the same meaning. Okay, so try to find out 3 sentences using these 3 words. Now children, you have one more, you can say question in the textbook, but that is for your own doing. Alright, let us see what the question is. If you were to master one skill, what would you like to learn? How will you learn it? So suppose you want to learn something. Now see, our hero of the story, Chen Yaozi, he was a very good archer. He could hit the target precisely, even from a very long distance. The other person, the old man, what was his skill? He would put a small coin on the mouth of the gourd, and in the middle of the coin there would be a small hole at the center. Now the whole old man would take some oil in a ladle and he would pour the oil into the gourd from a very big long height, you can say from far away. Alright, and the oil would go straight into the gourd. Now what is one thing which you as children want to learn? So each of you might want to learn a different thing, and also think about how will you learn it. Okay, so think about this question and discuss it with your parents or with your sister or with your friend if possible. Okay children, so this was the very interesting lesson or story from your book. The name of the story was It's Only a Matter of Practice. And now after you see the video, what have I got? Yes, I've got some tasks for you.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.